Real 5150, a social media awareness campaign. Originally published April 18th, 2015 on quirkybirdwords.com, and this is the campaign that launched AmericanBadassAdvocates.org. So here is the origin. Please join me this May in sharing your stories of the Real 5150. This project's goal is to highlight real faces and voices of humans who experience a brain disorder, also known as mental illness, and have had to rely on answering questions from police officers as a first line of help, or worse, were too deep in crisis and needed to be restrained, secured, and transported to the hospital or jail. Who is this campaign for? This is for the human who's been labeled a 5150, officially or in slang, and must experience a stigma while they battle a life-threatening physical brain disorder, commonly known as mental illness. This is for the desperate parent of a child that has had a mental break and dialed the digits to report an emergency, not knowing if their child will receive mental health help or handcuffs, but having to do something just the same. This is for the folks in uniform who arrive on the scene and often without appropriate training or support have to make the call if the person qualifies as a 5150. This is for the social workers, therapists, psychiatrists, EMTs, caregivers, loved ones, and community members who can see the tragedy but have to operate in the current system to provide help. This campaign is for the mother who had to place a restraining order on her son because even after the call was made, appropriate treatment and help were unavailable. This is for the judge who must decide whether or not to grant the request of a desperate heart. This is for all those who went through this process like a revolving door, finding more confusion than help, or perhaps were lucky and found treatment that changed their life. This is for the advocate who wants to help break the stigma of mental illness, highlight the tragedy of our mental health care system, and humanize our plight. This is for you to participate in your community, be a part of the solution, and create a better way. Who can participate? Human. Folks with mental illness who have experienced firsthand the front line of help is a badge and a gun at the door loaded with standard form questions. This is for the person that's labeled 5150 by family and friends, and those who'd rather judge than understand the real and true battle of mental illness. Loved one. Loved ones of a person with mental illness who have had to reach out for help, worried themselves sick on the best course of action, and have been desperate to find appropriate treatment and help. You. Be an advocate. Together we can make a difference. Together we can break the stigma of mental illness, highlight the tragedy of the mental health care system, and create a better way. How can you help? Use the hashtag #TheReal5150. We are in this together. Together we can find a better way. First, let's break the stigma and highlight what it means to be the Real 5150. Use the hashtag in your tweets, Facebook posts, news shares, blog tags, Tumblr posts, and anywhere it will help make a positive difference. Share your story. This is a social media grassroots effort that relies solely on the voice of each individual joining the voices of other individuals. Right now, you might feel alone. You are not. Let others know the same. If you are able to take a visible stand against mental illness stigma, share your story with the hashtag #TheReal5150. This could be on a blog, tweet, Facebook post, you get the idea. Because the stigma of mental illness is real and can affect your daily life, your job, and harm your relationships, it's okay to post anonymously. You're not less than for doing so. Be safe. It's your story that needs to be heard to help generate the change. And you can do that anonymously in that email. And that email is better served today with Eve at AmericanBadassAdvocates.org for quicker responses, yeah? Spread the word. Here we go. See a photo, story, share it. Get creative. Make it humanized. Just know you're not alone. We are worthy. And we're the real 5150. So, see you May 1st. Together we can break the stigma and help create a better way. And this was in April 2014. This was April 2015. I apologize there. Yes.